Yo, what's going on, guys? This is a mobile home I just purchased. It's a double wide here in Buckeye, Arizona. It is a 3-bed, 2-bath. I got a pretty good deal on this one. It's really rough. So, in this video, I'm just going to talk about wholesaling mobile homes. Me personally, I don't wholesale for a lot of different reasons, but it is a strategy that a lot of new investors do like to do as far as mobile home investing. Me personally, I buy everything outright, or I do what's called a net listing. Wholesaling is a good strategy for beginners, so hit the like button, subscribe button. My name is Matt. This is wholesaling a mobile home. So what is wholesaling? So wholesaling is finding an off-market mobile home, or it could be on market. You lock it up with a contract. From there, you assign the contract to an end buyer. So it's a process which you don't have any money involved. You don't have any financial burden in the deal. Now, the benefit of wholesaling is that you have very little financial risk in this transaction. Since you're not using your own money, you actually have very little to no risk. What you're doing is you're collecting an earnest money deposit. That deposit is usually going to be your assignment fee. From there, the end buyer brings the money to the closing table. So for this transaction, you have no financial risk. It's a very quick way to make money. Most of these wholesale transactions, since you're building a buyer's list, are under a week, 2 weeks. So it's possible to make a $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 assignment fee in less than a week. The other benefit is that it helps learn the market. Since you have to know the pricing strategies, you have to learn what these homes are selling for. By wholesaling, it is a very good entry into the mobile home market. It allows you to learn the business very quick. So those are several benefits of wholesaling. Now you might be wondering, how do you find a potential wholesale deal? Every single day there's people scouring Facebook Marketplace. They're looking for off-market deals, looking for homes that are listed. Once you learn the market, you'll know if it's a potential opportunity to wholesale. Starting out, a lot of wholesalers are just looking for small assignment fees, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. So they're going to have a buyer's list of potential buyers. They're going to go on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. Maybe they're driving through parks. They're going to find a mobile home that's for sale. If they think they can bring a potential buyer for an extra $1,000, $2,000, that's a potential mobile home that can be wholesaled. Once they find that mobile home that can be wholesaled, that's when they have to determine the property value. And so this is where it's a good strategy if you're new to the business. It forces you to learn the ins and outs of the market. A lot of times wholesalers don't know the market, and let me tell you, they're not eating. They're not putting food on the table because they don't know what these homes are selling for. So it forces you to learn the market, forces you to learn what's a deal, what's not a deal. The best way to find the property values is by looking at Facebook Marketplace, watching homes that are selling. If a home's still for sale 2-3 months down the road, it's probably not a deal. Another place that you can look is MH Village. MH Village has homes for sale. Talking to the park managers to see what homes are selling for, but wholesalers need to determine the property value. That way they can add their $2,000, $3,000 mark on. Okay, so you've successfully negotiated with the seller to allow you to wholesale their mobile home. This is when you have to turn to your marketing efforts. Hopefully at this point you've already been building a buyer's list. There's several different ways that you can build a buyer's list. Usually you build a buyer's list by posting homes online, Facebook, Craigslist. As people contact you, you'll take their information down and you'll keep their information for future deals. This is a buyer's list. Now, the reason why you have a buyer's list is so when you have another wholesale deal come up, you already have a list of 10, 20, 30 people that are looking for that home that you now have under contract. Once you are done marketing, that's when you come into the next step. And the next step is actually coordinating the closing. For a mobile home that's on property, you're going to be using a title company to wholesale. Mobile homes that are in parks are a little more difficult, and that's where it's very important to negotiate with the seller and be very transparent up front from the beginning, because you'll have to coordinate the title transfer. So that means all parties are going to be meeting at the DMV, or you're going to be the POA over the seller, so that way you can meet the future buyer. But still, it's a very tricky subject to negotiate because you will be collecting money. Now, being an Arizona mobile home dealer, wholesaling is sort of a gray area, and the reason being is we have to collect money, put it in our trust account. The other reason is the first right of refusal. First right of refusal means that mobile home parks have the first right to match every single offer. Well, if you're locking up that mobile home at a certain price, technically the park's supposed to get the opportunity to purchase it at that price. Now, that's why I do net listings, but that's gonna be another video. So that's, coordinating the actual closing is gonna be maybe another video. Just wanted to give a quick brief intro into wholesaling mobile homes. I know there's a lot of people that are successfully wholesaling. Me personally, I don't. Okay, so once you find that potential deal, you figure out the property value, you think it's a good option for a potential wholesale deal. This is the tricky part. This is where you actually have to go back to the seller and say, hey, I can't buy this home, I don't want to buy this home, but I have a potential buyer to buy this home. And the tricky part with wholesaling is you have to convince the seller to let the potential buyer into the house, and you still collect an assignment fee. So that's where the assignment fees are usually on the lower end. It's going to be a very similar assignment fee to potentially brokering a house. Every once in a while you hear of someone getting paid out $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. I'd say that's usually on the rare end. But tips as far as negotiating with the seller, sometimes they're looking for a quick sale. You have a cash buyer that's ready to hop on that deal. That would be a good potential opportunity. But like I said, negotiating with the seller, it's an art. I definitely recommend watching some of my other videos, or I'll maybe make another video as far as how to negotiate with the seller.